Barbie as Thumbelina. Once there was a tiny girl no taller than your thumb. Her name was Thumbelina. During the day, Thumbelina sang and sailed her tulip-petal boat. At night she slept in a walnut shell. It had a mattress of violets and a blanket of rose petals. One day an old toad heard Thumbelina singing. "What a beautiful voice she has," thought the toad. "She'd make a fine wife for my son." That night, as Thumbelina slept, the mother toad picked up Thumbelina in her pretty bed and carried her off. When Thumbelina awoke, stranded on a lily pad, she began to cry. Some fish heard Thumbelina crying. They knew what the mother toad had in mind, so they bit off the stem of the lily pad, and Thumbelina floated away, far from the toad and her son. When the lily pad finally swirled to a stop against a bank, Thumbelina made a new home for herself. She wove a hammock from blade of grass. She drank sweet nectar and dew from the buttercups. But soon autumn came and the flowers died. Then winter came and it began to snow. Thumbelina, now hungry and cold, knocked on a little door under a snow-covered cornfield. "Come in, my dear," said the friendly field mouse. "Make yourself warm. You may live here if you will clean for me." So Thumbelina decided to stay, and the two happily shared the mouse's cozy burrow. One evening, the mouse's neighbor came to visit. He was a mole. "He's rich," hinted the mouse after the mole had left. But Thumbelina did not care, for the mole disliked the sun and the flowers. His only wish was to stay forever underground in the dark. The mole came to visit more and more, for he liked Thumbelina. He even dug a tunnel between the mouse's home and his own. One day Thumbelina found a swallow in the tunnel. It was numb with cold. "Poor bird," whispered Thumbelina. "Didn't the mole help you?" She wove the swallow a warm mat of hay and fed him all winter long. So slowly she brought him back to health. When she wasn't caring for the swallow, Thumbelina spun silk into the fabric for her wedding dress. For the mole had proposed, and the mouse had decided that Thumbelina should marry him. Poor Thumbelina dreaded saying goodbye to the sun and the flowers. When spring came, the swallow was able to fly. On her wedding day, Thumbelina said goodbye to him with tears in her eyes. "Come with me," begged the swallow. "We'll fly to a place where it is always warm." "Yes, I will," said Thumbelina suddenly. She climbed onto the bird's back and tied a sash to his feathers. Away they flew, over mountains and lakes. When they reached the warm southern lands, the swallow placed Thumbelina on a soft flower petal. And there, in the heart of the flower, stood a handsome little man. He was the king of the flowers. The two fell instantly in love. Soon afterward, Thumbelina married the king. And as a gift, the people of the flower kingdom gave Thumbelina her very own wings, so that she could fly with the king from flower to flower. The end.